Hi Scorpio, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your February 2017 general reading. You do have a love reading coming up this month also, because it's for the month of Valentine's. Today we're doing the Celtic Cross, and we're using 4 cards just to sort of show the energies around you, and just to give me some added information, guys, on what should be around you, what you're dealing with in the month of February, as well as the normal Celtic Cross. So what we're going to do, I'm going to shuffle the deck. I'm not using the Rider-Waite today. I'm using, oh God, I can't even remember her name. The deck is over, the box is over at the desk at the back. I think it's Joan Bunting or something like that. Using a deck from her, it's really good. Excellent deck of cards. Excellent, so accurate, amazing. So yeah, I'm using that deck today. And we're going to see what's happening for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in the month of February 2017. Guys, if you'd like a private reading from me, go to www.carolsuniverse.co.uk. Right, so let's see what's coming up for Scorpio in February 2017. Universe Spirit, show me Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Show me what's coming up for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising signs in February 2017. I'm using additional 4 cards on the bottom to act as just some additional information for Scorpio. What's going on with Scorpio? What can you see coming in a Celtic Cross for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising signs? I'm only focusing at the moment on Scorpio. In my mind and as I speak, it is Scorpio, the Scorpion. Show me the Scorpion in the month of February 2017. Show me Scorpio, the Scorpion. Scorpio, the Scorpion in February 2017. Sun, Moon and Rising signs, show me. Okay, so we've shuffled the cards. Scorpio, we're going to split the deck into 3. Going to collect that back up, and I'm going to just start laying the cards. I don't know what's coming up yet either, at all, because the cards are laid face down. I'm using the big table today, so I'm not using my desk at the back today, because I just thought I wanted to record just from a different section of the room, where I used to record actually, and also because it's bigger and I'm doing an expanded reading today. I might not show you the 4 cards that come out, it's just really for me to get some additional information really for you guys. Okay, and also I'm using Clarify, so it's we're going to try and limit this to around 30 minutes if we can, Scorpio. I don't want it to be too long. Right, the you now position is showing the 9 of Pentacles for Scorpio in the month of February 2017. This is lovely. I feel that, some people within this position, it's position 7, will say that this is your fears, or some people might use it as the environmental factors. Depends on what type of reader you are, I guess. A Celtic Cross can be very different according to however the tarot reader does it. For me, I've always used this position, card number 7, to be straight the external factors, what might be going on around you. I guess environmental, but also it can be the you now position. So this is how you're approaching stuff. And also shows you and how you're feeling about your environment. And the 9 of Pentacles is a beautiful card, Scorpio, because what it suggests is that you're feeling very independent. Showed up for somebody else in January, actually, this card did. But it shows you guys potentially feeling very independent, quite secure maybe, around your finances, because that's what the 9 of Pentacles is. It means that you work so hard, and what you work at, you receive very positive feedback for. So remember, Pentacles are about the outcomes of situations. But because they're also to do primarily with material gain or material loss, just material in general, money, clothing, where you live, what you eat, your health, that type of thing. It's the things that you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. So the 9 of Pentacles for me, for Scorpio in February 2017, says that your environment should be quite good, financially especially. And it also says that you should be feeling quite independent, quite confident, quite settled, quite comfortable in the month of February 2017. What's the root issue for the month? The Ace of Swords. So I feel that you guys possibly are going through a time of mental clarity. It could be also that you're cutting things out, because the Ace of Swords means I cut things out, so it means severance. So for some of you guys, you might have given up certain things. Maybe that's why you're feeling so good. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles, if you look at this card, it's a woman that feels very healthy. She has, a healthy running business. She is very well to do. She's very successful. She's dressed beautifully. She's really happy just in her own element. And that could be because the root issue for the month is that you guys have turned a corner, I feel, February 2017, going on from January 2017, where you feel really good about yourself because you've cut certain things out. You might have cut out drink, you might have cut out smoking, you might have cut out certain people. But I do feel that there is an element of change that you have very much embraced going through from January into February 2017. As a result of that, what about the recent past in February? Well, wow, you've got some amazing energy showing that you've got the Chariot. And I feel the Chariot shows you guys being very, very focused. You're moving very forward, very much forward. Could be that there's some travel on the cards for you guys. Chariot is often the card of travel, by car usually. It's often the card that says you've overcome an obstacle and you have overcome that obstacle via fortitude, passion, focus, determination, confidence. And we see this because I feel that with the Ace of Swords, you guys have reached a point of mental clarity. And that's what's helping you to move forward with the Chariot energy here. We're going to have a look what the challenge or the help position is. Well, your challenge might be a Five of Wands. So the Five of Wands can say that maybe there are still battles to be fought. It could be that maybe you are still jarring with certain people. Five of Wands often means that you are not agreeing with others. It could mean that you're still trying to build something. But usually this is to do with a group energy. Five of Wands is. So usually when you get the Five of Wands, Scorpio, it's to do with other people as well as yourself. So it might be that you're experiencing some form of challenges. I mean, to be honest with you, this is a pit card, so it can just be petty arguments. Five of Wands isn't really that deep a lot of the time. It can be, it just depends on how you take it. We know that Scorpios take things to heart. They're very, very sensitive souls. So even if somebody was playing games or being whatever, we might take it a little bit more seriously than other signs might. But, this is really child's play when you get the Five of Wands. Could be children are your challenge in the month of February 2017. But this doesn't look like too much of a serious energy with that Five of Wands. Where are you in the present situation then, Scorpio? Well, the moon, how interesting is that? You've got some really different energies showing up. The moon can mean deep-seated fears. It can mean insecurities. It can mean lack of clarity. It can mean secrets. But it can also mean that you have some very deep dreams. It can also be a card about manifestation. That you are doing a lot of kind of dream work or a lot of manifestation work. We know when there's a full moon that people tend to do a lot of manifestation then. So in February, it might be with the moon card, you're waiting for things to come to you or you're drawing in, because the moon card for me also represents an energy that you don't see but that you feel. So sometimes this card will show up for me when I've seen this card show up. It can be that you're actually attracting things in. Because the moon is the unseen, and sometimes it represents an energy that you don't see, but you certainly feel. So it's not all about, negativity and anxiety and all the rest of it. Sometimes it's about literally having that sixth sense. And so it might be that you guys have got a sixth sense going on with this moon card in February 2017. We're going to see what this is, because it should show in your crowning thoughts. There we go. I think that you've got a sixth sense with that moon card that you're going to be all right. The Three of Cups means success, and it means joy, and it means happiness. So I feel that this is more a sixth sense with the moon card. And I feel because you've had a mental breakthrough in the root issue for the month, it leads to the moon. And the moon to me is, with this mental breakthrough, it seems that you're opening up something emotionally and psychically. It's almost like you've had a psychic breakthrough, I feel, in the month of February 2017, which is why we can't always see the moon as being a negative card. I really can't, because, often in my life, when I've experienced this card, sometimes I have been down or a little bit depressed, but not often. Sometimes this card for me says, I'm sensing something. I feel something's about to happen. I feel something really amazing is about to happen. And we can see your crowning thoughts of the Three of Cups. And the Three of Cups is a crowning thought, I feel, is saying, I feel so happy. I feel so exuberant. you know, something amazing is about to happen around, you know, people, around me, around the people that I'm attracting into my life. My life is about to expand. I'm about to meet different people. Sometimes this can be a reunion card. So maybe you guys have a sixth sense that you're going to reunite or something with someone. In the second 2 weeks of February 2017, Scorpio, we see the High Priestess. And again, this is you guys tapping into your intuition. You've got a really kind of intuitive, very psychically driven month coming up, I feel, Scorpio. You've got all, you know, you've got the moon and the High. They're beautiful cards, if in the right context, especially that moon card. So I do feel that, you know, it's amazing that this should follow after what I've said. I do feel in the first 2 weeks, it could be that if you're psychically, the moon says that you are, you're sensing something, I feel, with that moon card here. You're very susceptible to some other type of energy, I feel, Scorpio, in the month of February 2017. And those crowning thoughts are around the Three of Cups. So it could be, you know, you are in your mind, or in not just your mind, but your body is really telling you, or you're feeling kind of, you know, actually I feel that I'm going to, you know, see a friend that I haven't seen in a long time. This is the card of also friendships and reunions and people coming back together and joy. So it's almost like you in February, you almost feel like you're going to see someone again that you haven't seen in a really long time. And we can see that with the High Priestess, because this can say within the second 2 weeks of, so going on from the 14th onwards, it could be that maybe something's being revealed to you here. High Priestess often means that there's a revelation, but it can also mean that your intuitive senses are very, very heightened, and I feel that they are. Coming in around that with the High Priestess, what we see, there's a guy showing up here, a King of Swords. So there's somebody coming in around that. So it might be with the High Priestess, something is being revealed. It might be a message is coming to you. We got this last month in January. It looks like it's from a King of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, something's being revealed, potentially with that High Priestess, and it's around a King of Swords. Other than that, the High Priestess could be saying that you're feeling, because the High Priestess can also represent a Scorpio. It usually represents a Scorpio, actually, individual. So I feel that you are highly intuitive in the second 2 weeks of February, and it seems to be influences around this or coming in are a King of Swords. So you might be attracting somebody into your world. What will your hopes be in terms of this High Priestess and King of Swords? Well, the Ten of Swords. Maybe you want something to be over. Maybe there was something about a friendship. You know, we can see here, maybe, just maybe, you fell out with someone here. And maybe it's a case that this King of Swords is coming back. And the hope will be, well, maybe, if this person comes back, maybe we can put the past to the past. Maybe we can put our differences aside with this Ten of Swords and start all over again. Maybe the worst will be over. Maybe we can have this cleansing that we didn't have before. And what's the outcome? Wow, Nine of Cups. It looks to me you guys in the outcome are going to be feeling quite smug about something. You're going to be feeling quite happy. It's almost like you've got a wish come true at the end of February with that Nine of Cups. Something happens, and it's as a result of your intuition. Somebody's coming in. King of Swords is showing up again. I'm sure that he showed up for January. But it's almost like you're sensing something here. It's around a King of Swords. And it might be that because we've got the Nine of Cups, that your intuition and your psychic ability in terms of attracting somebody that you know back into your life, could be a reunion with someone, it could be someone that you fell out with that's coming back to say that they're sorry, for example, something like that. It looks like you're going to be feeling quite like a happy chappy here with this Nine of Cups. Because the Nine of Cups is the wish card. And when you get the Nine of Cups, I've experienced this in my life. I used to have a couple of private readers. I don't do private readings on myself anymore. I can read for myself if I want to. But whenever a reader would read this card for me, they'd always say, "Oh, Carol, you're looking really, really smug. Why are you so smug? Geez, you seem like you're really happy," and it's true. Because whenever this card came up, it was true. And it's lasted. This is one of the pick card that has a very long-lasting energy with it, the Nine of Cups. It can have short sexual energy, sexual satisfaction, but it can have long-lasting energies because it's a wish card. Whenever this card showed up for me, it always meant the business, Carol's Universe, and it was true because the business really took off, very, very successful. And this came up. So this is no joke of a card. It's very, very, very powerful within the tarot when you get the Nine of Cups. Something good's happening here. We're going to get some clarifiers on the go. I'm just going to have a look at the 4 cards. I feel that, February is saying that some of you guys have been carrying an awful burden. And I feel that it's from January really going on, and possibly even from last year. I feel that you have been carrying a very, very heavy burden. You've been doing a lot of self-evaluation and you've been going through a very introspective time, I feel. But I feel that things are now beginning to... It could also be that some of you guys have been struggling because maybe things haven't been as clear to you over 2016 going into 2017. But I feel that there is about to be a breakthrough where things start to really pick up for you in February. And I feel that you are going to be feeling... for some of you guys, it could be new opportunities, for example. For some of you guys, it will be that you're going to be entering a time of feeling carefree, feeling really kind of happy, feeling like the world is your oyster. And I really feel that things are starting to... You seem to have gone through a really kind of powerfully dark time for some of you Scorpios, but I feel that things are really starting to turn a corner in 2017. It might be because of the intentions a lot of you guys were putting out in January, the January reading, that things are now starting to turn a corner in February. We're going to get some clarification cards on the go here. I'm going to see why we've got the Nine of Pentacles. How I read clarification is sometimes I'll take a card and I'll say, well, this is happening because of this, or the cards will speak together to give me, some form of an answer. We'll see why we've got the Nine of Pentacles for the you now position. And remember, when we do the clarifiers, Scorpio, sometimes those can change the meanings of what's going on, okay? So, we've had the first reading that I've done for you guys. Let's see if the clarifiers change anything at all. Let's see why we've got the Nine of Pentacles here. Wow, because of the world. You're achieving the world. In February, I feel that you guys have come to a place where you feel that all of your efforts, you see this Nine of Pentacles here, this is accumulation, attainment of riches, of money, abundance, and it's through effort. And it gives you the world. It gives you great possibilities in terms of what you can achieve, in terms of where you can go, in terms of what you can do. I really feel that you guys are going to be feeling a sense of expansiveness in February 2017, Scorpio. It's almost like you're looking over at the world. And it's really weird. If you look at this woman here and you look at the zero around, what does that spell to you? Look at the woman and the zero around that world card. It says number 10 to me. Can you see that? That's incredible. It's actually saying a number 10. And it's true. Because the Nine of Pentacles is, the number 9 represents that you're reaching a point of completion. And the world card is it's the last card in the tarot. So it represents the ending of cycles. So it's almost like you're heading over. I feel that it's almost, not just physically, but mentally and psychically and emotionally, you're turning some form of a cycle. Scorpio is really starting to come into its own and open up. It's almost like you feel a sense of freedom moving forward into February 2017. Something that you've never, January I feel that you were starting to experience this, Scorpio. But February is starting to really take off, where you are really starting to kind of let go of something in your life and you're starting to embrace something new. And that's going right from the internal to the external. And that's amazing. Let's see why the Ace of Swords is the root issue for the month. Because of strength. I feel that you guys have reached a point now of, the Ace of Swords represents clarity, and it represents mental clarity, but it also represents mental breakthrough. So where something was once foggy, or you couldn't understand what was going on, or there was some form of lack of clarity around a situation, when you get the Ace of Swords, it serves to give you that breakthrough. And I feel it's because, this breakthrough gives you strength, all right? So you guys have been holding on in there. Scorpios are not the type of people, I'm a Scorpio myself, so I know what I'm talking about. We're not the type of people that give up on shit. We're just not. So I know as a Scorpio for myself, if I've been going through anything, I know it won't be long until I sort that shit out. Scorpios like to sort out their shit. They might be seen as the darkest sign of the zodiac, but that's because we're honest. A lot of people want to run Scorpios down and say, Scorpios, and we do cause a lot of shit. We can do. Because sometimes, you know, we're so honest that sometimes our mouths get us into trouble, to be perfectly honest with you. But at the same time, Scorpios are one of the most honest signs of the zodiac. And people don't tend to like a lot of Scorpios, I find, because they can't take the truth with us. If we don't like you, we'll show it. We're not two-faced people. I'm certainly not as a Scorpio. If I don't like someone, I basically won't speak to them. Because I don't understand two-faced bullshit. I just can't do it. To me, because of strength, you have a breakthrough. Because of understanding. Because of a sense of inner courage, inner bravery, inner confidence. That's why you've been holding on for something for a very, very, very long time. And that Ace of Swords to me says now, in February 2017, you finally have that breakthrough. You finally have that sense of mental clarity, and we can see how things are changing for you because you have broken through the mould in February 2017. Why do we have the Chariot here in the recent past? Because there we go, it's saying it all now. Look at that. The Chariot is showing up as a result of that Ace of Swords and strength. The mental breakthrough that you've got has given you a lot of courage and a lot of confidence. You had it before, but because you held on, it's making you stronger, Scorpio. And as a result of that, you're able to move over obstacles, because I feel that you detached yourself emotionally from a situation. I get the impression with Scorpios that you said, right, you know what, fuck this. I'm not holding on to this type of shit any longer. I get the impression a lot of you guys have moved on, and you are moving on. Because it's in your best interest. Remember, 2017 starts year number 1. 2016 was a year 9. So the year 9, as I've said before, I think it was in last month's reading for January, says that a lot of people were going through this huge transformation where they were evaluating everything about their relationships, their selves, their lives, their jobs, what they were going to be doing going forward, blah, 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 blah. A lot of stars were dying. It was a year really of completion. We start now again. And this is where Scorpio is starting again. We are death rising from the ashes. Incredible. Incredible. You have emotionally detached yourself with that Eight of Cups, which is why it's easy for you to move forward with the Chariot. We're going to see why the challenge is the Five of Wands, though. I feel that you tussle with yourself. I don't feel Five of Wands is other people. I feel it's what's going on inside of you. It's because of the past, the Six of Cups. So some of you guys, you have worked so hard to let go of the past. You really, really have. But for some reason, your challenge will be that Five of Wands. And that's because of this. Some of you guys, it might be children. This can be fighting kids. But these don't look like kids to me. These look like men on here. So I feel that this is more your inner anger that you're still wrestling with. And it's because of maybe something that happened with the past that you haven't completely gotten over. But you've been striving towards doing it, Scorpio. And it's helping you. So you need to carry on. And therefore, in the present situation, we have the moon, and I'm going to see why we've got the moon for Scorpio in the present situation in February. Because of the Hierophant. And the Hierophant represents inner wisdom. It's the card that says what is right or what is wrong. It's the card of knowing. It's the card of inner knowledge more than anything else. It is the card of advice. So for some of you guys, it will be advice. Some of you guys might still be feeling a little bit anxious with that moon card. Maybe because of the advice that you've been given by a friend, for example. For example, for some of you guys, if it's a case of that you're missing someone, and a friend says to you, you know what, forget that bum or forget that person, just get on with your life. It might be with the moon card, there is some anxiety there. Maybe because of the Hierophant, what somebody said to you. Hierophant is advice, it's an advisor, it's a friend, it's somebody that can give you constructive advice, and the moon card can represent anxiety. So perhaps the moon is saying for some of you guys there is still some anxiety there, because we do see the challenges that you're fighting some form of very strong dominant energy with that Five of Wands, and that's because of a situation within the past that you haven't truly let go of, Scorpio, but you're trying. You are really, really trying, and that's the brilliant thing. This can also say that maybe you do have a heightened sense of intuition in February. in the present situation, and it's because of the Hierophant. Could be because of a Taurus individual, for example. Maybe somebody had a great effect on your life, but it can also be about your own teachings. So I feel that you have been teaching yourself something. The Hierophant is a teacher. Who is our best teacher? Sometimes ourselves. Sometimes what we learn, what we know, and the experiences that we have had. Remember, with the Hierophant, there is a key here. And all you need to do is unlock that key to gain wisdom. So I feel it's some wisdom that you have learned that is giving you your own sense of, it's opening up some form of psychic, because the Hierophant can represent keys. So if we were to look at the Hierophant as being a set of keys, to me, if you are psychically opening up and you are expanding your mind, your body, your soul, it's through what you're unlocking with those keys. You're unlocking wisdom to the universe. So to me, that says that the universe is heightening. The universe is actually working with you. It's aligning with you, because now you're no longer out of sync. You're more in it. But it's because of all of the inner work that you've been doing on yourself. And therefore, the best case scenario, or the crowning thoughts in February 2017 will be the Three of Cups. And we're going to see why the Three of Cups is your crowning thought straight best case scenario for February 2017, Scorpio. Oh, because of the Lovers. How does that work then? Because the Lovers is a relationship and it's to be in love, and the Three of Cups is joy. So the Three of Cups can be where there is a reunion, and it's because of the Lovers. So it could still be, you know what, it could also be that maybe, you know, this isn't just about feeling intuitive, but maybe some of you guys literally are still in, you know, feel deep intensity for a particular person. Maybe because the Hierophant represents, instead of the keys, a commitment. Hierophant is also a card about a commit. So for some of you guys, it might be that you're still committed to a particular person. And that's why the crowning thoughts are, you know, reunion, Three of Cups, joy. Could be because of a choice you made, especially if you're tapping into your intuition and things are starting to open up to you. But I feel that if you're going backwards a little bit, it could be maybe you're feeling... the Hierophant to me can also be a soulmate card as well, because this is a very strong commitment card where two people are together, they're bonded together, legally but also soul-wise. It's when you get the Hierophant, it's about a marriage that is ordained by God, the universe. So maybe some of you guys with the Moon card are feeling a sense of intuition around someone. Maybe you're feeling intuitive that somebody's coming back to you, or you're feeling a sense of very intense emotions, because you're still maybe with that Hierophant committed to someone. But it could also be that maybe you're expanding yourself, knowledge psychically wise, maybe with those two cards. Remember, the Hierophant is the keys. So you're unlocking something here that's opening something up with the Moon, and therefore might be that the crowning thoughts are you feel really happy with your friends, with your family, because you perhaps with the Lovers card made some form of a decision. But I don't know about that. I feel that this is more, some of you guys are crowning thoughts in February are maybe to be reconciled, Three of Cups, reunion, Three of Cups, and that's because of the Lovers. Could be that you're still in love with a particular person. It's very weird reading in a way, because on one side you walked away from someone, but on the other you seem to still be holding on to that individual for some reason. Crowning thoughts are extraordinarily important, because when you do the Celtic Cross, Scorpio, there are three areas that are really important in the Celtic Cross, and it is the crowning thought area stroke best case scenario, which is really about what you're thinking, because what you think about, you bring about. Also, it's the hopes section as well. If your hopes are different from your crowning thoughts, then there's a problem here going on. It might be that you're being too overly ambitious about something here, or you're not really paying attention properly to the greater scheme of things. You might have an overly excitable view of something that's not quite real. And it's interesting because we've got the High Priestess showing up in the immediate future, and I want to see why we've got the High Priestess showing up for Scorpios in February in the immediate future. I feel that you are, you know, it's because of the Two of Pentacles. I feel that you're still weighing up somebody coming back to you, potentially. It's almost like you feel that you're sensing it in February. Maybe because February is the month of love, Scorpio, that you've got this more on your mind than ever. We're going to read this two ways in a moment, because I've just thought about something else as well. It seems to me that you're weighing up somebody coming back to you, maybe, with that Two of Pentacles, which is why you're the High Priestess. The High Priestess can be saying that you're patiently waiting. This is what the card... If you really want to get into tarot, don't just read general meanings. Something's going to be revealed to you with the High Priestess. There's a secret going on. This, that and the other. You know, if something shows up that's good with that King of Swords, like a Two of Cups, maybe there's going to be a meeting with the King of Swords. Then maybe that King of Swords is weighing up something here. Maybe he's got something to say, get off his chest with that High Priestess. But this High Priestess can also be, because it's a Scorpio card as well, where you are doing a lot of kind of thinking about this. Maybe you're feeling a heightened emotion or heightened intuitiveness around a particular person. But realistically, because remember the Pentacles are realistic, you need to weigh this up and think, you know, am I letting my thoughts run away from me, or do I really sense that this person's actually coming back? And that's interesting. We're going to see why we've got the King of Swords coming in. This guy is coming in as an influence. Showed up last month. Because of the Page of Swords. Could be communication, maybe. So we've got a guy coming in. Can be a male, female for the purposes of the general reading. Usually an Aquarius if it's male or female. But, you know, can be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And it could be, it's saying it's because of the Page of Swords. So Page of Swords, on this card here, this person is ready to strike. So it could be that the influences around you are that there is somebody who's now ready to strike, or somebody's ready to speak. Because this area here is the influences that are coming in, or it's what people are doing around you that you're possibly not seeing just as yet. So it could be that, you know, if you don't see it in February, there is somebody here, I feel, who is ready to communicate with you. They're ready to strike. They're ready to say something to you, Scorpio. Okay, and that might be why you're feeling so intuitive about somebody coming back. Because it could be that somebody's ready to say something to you here. Hopes or fears, Ten of Swords. Why have we got the hopes or fears as Ten of Swords? We'll see. Because of the Five of Cups. I feel that your hopes are to get over something around this person. With that... Ten of Swords, and that's because of the Five of Cups. Maybe this person hurt you. So the Ten of Swords would say, you know, I need a resolution to this situation here. For some of you guys, you might still be in some pain. Remember, the King of Swords doesn't have to be an air sign. It can just be somebody who was maybe being a little bit detached from you. You haven't seen them, you haven't spoken to them in a while. But I feel that this person here, because we've got a Page of Swords, this person is ready to say something to you. They're ready to communicate with you, Scorpio. Okay? Now, the hopes will be... And it could be his hope, he or she's hopes, that they want a resolution, the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords means to resolve. Alright, it doesn't always mean to stab in the back. And anyway, the swords are in this person's chest and belly. The person is effectively dead, but there is a sunrise. So it says, you know, there's a new beginning after a difficult phase. So it might be that this person wants a new beginning. They're hoping for a new beginning. They want, especially if this person... has a secret that they're weighing up, or has something to say to you with that High Priestess, and that might be that they're weighing up. Do they do it? Do they say it? And that's why influences around you might be showing this King of Swords has something to say. This person's got something to communicate to you. But it might be that their hopes are, you know, well, maybe. Or it could be that their fears are that this will lead to failure. Maybe because with the Five of Cups, this person hurt you. They caused you a lot of grief, a lot of angst. But what have we got in the outcome? Why have we got the Nine of Cups in the outcome? Because of the King of Wands. That's interesting. I feel that there is happiness because I feel that this might be the same person potentially. The King of Wands means I'm confident enough to make an approach. Alright, King of Wands can be a difficult card to interpret, especially if you're reading. I feel that this King of Swords is the same as this King of Wands. One person can be 2 people, 3 people in a reading. Alright, I feel that this person feels really happy because now they're ready to make some form of an approach. But I'm going to get some other cards just to see if we can span out that answer on the outcome. You've got 2 kings, King of Wands, King of Cups. that flicked out before the Five of Cups and it flicked out again. Not sure whether I'll read all those outcome cards. It's an interesting one. You know, it could either be in February that maybe there is somebody else here, the King of Wands. Nine of Cups, happiness, perhaps with the King of Wands in the outcome. You're the King of Cups because you're Scorpio. That's you here on the card. I feel that you've accepted. King of Cups means to accept. Maybe a relationship that has distance. And maybe you're looking at the potential of something within this relationship. Perhaps with the Death card is going nowhere. Maybe because this King of Swords is nervous, Nine of Wands to give, Six of Pentacles. Interesting reading, Scorpio. I'm just going to get one more card after this one. Could be with the Five of Swords, so severance sees restrictions with that Seven of Wands. We're going to quickly go through the reading again. It's interesting. It's really, really interesting. I feel there's somebody who wants to come back, but they don't come back. They want to make an approach, but they don't do it. It's almost like they keep saying that they're going to do it, but they don't do it. That's what I feel within this reading. I just get the feeling that somebody wants to come back, but they don't do it. They're too afraid to do it. And I feel like you've accepted it. Intuitively, as an intuitive psychic reader, I just feel somebody wants to come back here. Because of this King of Swords, influences around you with a King of Swords, and he's ready to strike. Got a Page of Swords here. And the overall outcome shows the Nine of Cups. And that's feeling content or smug. Could be with another person, a King of Wands. Let's go through the cards again. I was just thinking with these two cards, Scorpio, that maybe this is also that you have reached a point of, especially if you're single, being single. Nine of Pentacles means, you know, it's completion time, ending of a phase. Sometimes, you know, you've been that way for too long and the world means it's time for a change. So I get with those two cards also, it could be that you are feeling it's time for a change in February 2017. It is the month of love anyway, and a lot of people want to meet people, that type of thing. And therefore, I feel that you have had some form of a mental breakthrough. Because of your strength, you have been through the mill and you have held on to something for too long. But I feel with this Ace of Swords, it's almost like some breakthrough within your world gives you the strength to move forward in February. As a result of that, you seem to be wanting to move forward with the Chariot. Possibly because you've tried to emotionally detach yourself from a situation. However, your challenge seems to be that you are still frustrated, or there's still some very strong energy around the past that you can't release yourself from with that Five of Wands and the Six of Cups. So therefore it might leave some of you in the present situation of feeling, or still feeling quite intense about it. You're trying to move on from someone here, you can see it in the reading, but you're still feeling very intense about a particular person here. And I feel that you might also, with the moon, it can be a shared connection with you've got with a particular person. So it might be that in the present situation, this leaves you feeling very intuitively drawn to this individual, and it might be that person feels the same way too, possibly because you have some form of a soul contract or a commitment. It doesn't matter whether it was official or not, there is some form of wisdom or commitment that transcends everything else between you and this individual. So it could be like a twin flame type thing that's going on here, and therefore the crowning thought, or the best case scenario, could be maybe a reunion. Three of Cups. But this is the crowning thought, and I feel that you and somebody else are feeling this at the same time. I really feel that you and somebody else might be feeling it. Alright? A reunion, Three of Cups, between the lovers, or a reunion because you're in love with someone, or maybe that person's in love with you as well, Scorpio. In the immediate future, the next 2 weeks, from the 14th onwards of February, there is the need to use one's intuition, or you might be feeling still a sense of heightened intuition, but you might be realistically weighing this up. Is this real, or is this just because I am feeling destitute without this individual here? You know, the High Priestess is about paying attention to your intuition, because you're going to need to weigh up what is right and what is wrong. Look at things from both sides of the coin. It's all very well to feel that you've got an emotional link with a particular person, but is that real or is that not? You know, I do believe in twin flames and soulmates, but I've seen a lot of people as well who, you know, they've had like a 20-second conversation with someone on the phone, and immediately, he's my soulmate or she's my soulmate. It's like, what the fuck? How can that person be your soulmate? You don't know anything about them. How can they be your twin flame? You've only known them for 20 seconds. You only spoke to them on the phone for like 10 minutes, and all of a sudden they're your soulmate. You saw them online for 10 minutes and they're your soulmate. You can't know anybody that well, or you know, this twin flame soulmate thing, I'm a great believer in it, but I also feel that you've got to have some form of connection, have been in that person's space and vicinity to literally have picked up on their vibes and they pick up on your vibes. You don't get it over a phone. So it's all about being realistic, I feel, with these two cards in a way. Working out, you know, is it just something I'm telling myself, or is it real? And I feel it is real, because the influences around you are showing a man or a woman, King of Swords, and this person is ready to strike, I feel. They want to say something to you. This person wants to say something to you. So I don't feel that it's something that you're imagining, Scorpio. I feel it's something very, very real, what you are picking up on in February 2017, about a twin flame or a soulmate, somebody that you've not been with for a long time, but that is very, very real. Because this person, I feel, in the influences around you coming in, is showing it too. This person, though, might be, and I feel that this is this person's fears, it's not yours. They might be feeling that if they contact you, that it will lead to failure. You won't want to know. Because maybe with the Five of Cups, they hurt you a great deal. They left you destitute. They left you really upset here. But so in the outcome, I feel that you will have a great time, the Nine of Cups. You're going to be feeling very, very smug. I feel it might be around somebody new, a King of Wands here. Possibly somebody that you feel very settled with that King of Cups energy there. Because I feel that with this Five of Cups, you've been away from a particular person for a long time. And that's led you to look at this situation realistically. And that maybe with the Death card, it's actually over. Because this person, and I feel it's the King of Swords, possibly has been far too scared, Nine of Wands, to, you know, make an approach to you with that Six of Pentacles. And therefore, the severance of the relationship maybe with that Five of Swords means that with the Seven of Wands, you don't want it anymore, or you feel that they don't want it, that type of thing. All right, it's a kind of like really weird energy with you and someone, but I believe that In February, Scorpio, if you're in love with a particular person, if you're feeling or sensing that this person is coming back, I feel that this person is thinking about you too. And that King of Swords does not have to be a Gemini. It can be a man or a woman who's been quite detached or cut you out of their lives for quite a long time. I feel this person is sensing your energy and they're feeling that energy too. But I feel that they are too afraid to come back or come forward because they've possibly hurt you in the past. It's wonderful. You have been carrying a burden, but you're getting through it here. And there's exciting times ahead in February, okay? So just go with that feeling. It's great. Let's have a look at what your angel card says, Scorpio, for the month of February 2017. Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Scorpio in February? Oh, just flipped over in my hand, literally. If you believe. That's what came out, if you believe. Let's read what that says, Scorpio. What you need right now is faith. You can have what you desire, but you must believe that it can be so. Stay positive and visualize the outcome you're hoping for. Set aside all negativity or pessimism in favour of a sunny outlook. The law of attraction, and this is what I was saying to you at first, it seems like you guys are attracting something back in and your crowning thoughts are very, very positive. But those hopes and fears are the hopes and fears of somebody else, not yours. Because you're attracting something in here. And the person that you're feeling or thinking something about, Scorpio, I feel is feeling and thinking the same thing. But they're afraid probably to come forward because they're the ones that possibly let you down. The law of attraction brings to us what we expect to receive. If our perception is that we deserve great things, then we will attract happiness. If we fall into doubt and don't believe in our own self-worth, then our experiences will match that energy. Believe in yourself and your cherished dreams. And that's wonderful. Believe in yourself. If you believe that somebody is coming back to you, I don't want you to obsess over it. Alright? Get a reading if you want to know what's going on. Fair enough. But I don't want you to be kind of like, you know, I've seen too many people who are obsessed with shit, and that's not good, okay? Because you just got to live your life. So just be optimistic about life in February and going forward throughout the year. But I feel that more than anything, Scorpio, what I want you to do as human beings is to feel good about yourself. Because I feel that when it doesn't matter really if this person comes back or not, as far as I'm concerned. Somebody wants to come back to you and you're feeling that shared energy in February, probably because it's Valentine's. But this person, I believe, around Valentine's is going to be thinking about you. But I don't believe that they come forward. I feel that they're too afraid to come forward because they've hurt you and they don't really know what to say, probably. But what I want you to do, Scorpio, is I want you to think about yourself and put yourself first, which what I really feel that this card is saying, if you believe. I don't want you to put your happiness in somebody else's hands. So I don't want you to feel that because you're feeling an energy that somebody's coming back to you, that you give everything up to that energy and you wait for that person. I don't want you to do that. I want you to feel good about the energy, but I also feel that you should feel good about yourself and what you're achieving in 2017 going forward. And, you know, if you put good vibes out into the universe about your life and about what you want to achieve, you are going to have so much come back to you and it's going to be incredible. But I don't want you to put your happiness in somebody else's hands or in the potential of somebody coming back. So I don't feel that this person comes back, at least in February. They're far too scared to come back, I feel, because I don't see any signs of them in the outcome cards at all. Okay, I didn't get that 9 of Cups and the 2 of Cups, for example, something like that. Or even, you know, 4 of Cups, 2 of Cups. I didn't get reconciliation between you and this individual. This person wants to strike. They want to say something, but they're afraid to do it. And that's why I feel that, you know, it could be that there's somebody else around you that takes their place or something. It doesn't have to be a long-lasting relationship with this individual. It might be that there's another person that simply makes you laugh or makes you smile and takes a bit of that pain away. But I don't feel that this person comes back. Just be happy with your life and with yourself and everything else behind. Alright, that's your reading, Scorpio, for February 2017. We're going to have a look at your love reading and see if it's kind of saying the same thing. It's really interesting reading, this was. But it didn't mean, you know, if they turn out to be love readings, they turn out to be love readings. It can't be helped. But yeah, thanks for your time, Scorpio, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.